Hi, I'm Terry Bryant. Since last September 1st, I am the Alberta Chief Firearms Officer. As Chief Firearms Officer, I have two main responsibilities. I have a mandate letter, which means that I run the Canadian Firearms Program in Alberta as it is currently structured. But I also have a mandate to advocate for change. And that change should be in the direction of ensuring that the law targets the people who are doing bad things and leaves law-abiding firearms owners to their peaceful activities as much as possible. And so to that end, I have just recently written a letter to the Federal Minister of Public Safety, the Honorable Marco Mendicino, in which I indicated that I called on him to withdraw the order in council, which was passed in or implemented in May, banning over 1,500 types of modern and traditional military and modern and traditional sporting firearms and many other military artifacts, historical treasures. And I called on him to either drop that prohibition altogether, or if he can't drop it altogether, to at least allow provinces to opt out. The reasoning behind this is something that I think can appeal to both gun owners and non-gun owners alike. Gun owners, of course, understand that this is a meaningless waste of money. It's probably going to cost billions of dollars. It will be another multi-billion-dollar boondoggle, just like the long gun registry. And they understand that, in essence, there's nothing wrong with these guns. There's no evidence that has been brought forward to show that these guns are anything that represents a danger to the Canadian public when they're in the hands of properly vetted legal Canadian gun owners. For non-gun owners, I think the cost issue is going to be really the big thing. As we saw with the long gun boondoggle, when government says something's going to cost one amount, it often costs a vastly larger amount, particularly once all the administration costs are brought in. And those administration costs are not just dollars. That's actually going to be the time of law enforcement personnel, for example, who will be diverted from pursuing criminals onto these meaningless administrative tasks like processing confiscations and compensations under this program. So for the non-gun owning public, I think it's really important that they understand how much this is going to cost, how many precious resources it's going to take away, and how many better uses there are for those resources. We should instead be spending that money to hire more border officers so that we can stop guns coming in illegally across the border. We need to hire more firearms officers so we can do a more complete and timely job in processing PAL applications and ensuring that people are properly screened. We need to hire more police officers, particularly in guns and gangs units. A lot of these units they do great work, but they're underfunded. They need more resources, and they need stable resources over the long term. And then finally, we need to not only look at after the criminal acts have been committed, we need to look at preventing them from happening in the first place by having more social workers to keep people out of gangs, drug addiction counselors to get people off drugs, because it's a drug trade that fuels a lot of this criminal trade in guns and the violence that is racking Canadian streets. So I hope Minister Mendicino will respond favorably to my requests. I have offered the full assistance of myself and my team to implement this idea of finding alternative ways of spending the money. I consult widely with law enforcement and other resources within the province of Alberta, and I can give him no shortage of alternative uses of the resources that would be much better ways of spending billions of dollars of taxpayers' precious hard-earned money. Thank you.